Hey there guys, Legendary Geek here, and today I'm reviewing a mod called DungeonCraft, also known as DC. If you're downloading it from CurseForge, at least, this is the logo that you want to look for. Now you may see it says, create your own fantasy. I was a little puzzled when I first saw this too. Then again, I didn't really read the description of it, I just downloaded it. And I didn't really know what it was until I loaded it up. Now there is a wooden water bucket, which is good if it's got a crafting recipe. Does it? Hold on. Yes, it does. And this is a good thing. Because it allows you to have an easy form of picking up and placing down water early on. Because, I mean, that's just wood. And there's the molten stuff. Let's see. Molten copper, molten iron, and molten gold. Which you get from smelting the ores? Let's see. Molten iron won't appear. And copper you get from copper ore. Yeah. You get it from smelting the ores. But then, how do you get the ingots? Oh, this is why you need the wooden bucket. Now I get it. It allows a more immersive way of getting, a more realistic way, at least, of getting the stuff. Like if you've ever played Skyrim and you paid attention to the blacksmithing animation, you're literally picking up a piece of metal, hammering it in the forge, which would make it molten, and then dropping it in the water to cool it down into its final form. So that's nice. Now we just need an add-on for this to make it so you can combine, like, say, iron and gold to make alloy or something. An alloy of the two. Personally, I think it'd be cool if you could take the like, I noticed that there's these coins, which is called pieces, and you get them by doing the nuggets. I think one thing you should be able to do is take these, take the molten things, and maybe put them in some type of coin press, or have a small circular item, like maybe the ring, for instance. You can make an obsidian ring, and you put the molten gold with the ring of obsidian or something into the crafting table, and it'll make a bunch of coins. Like, maybe 2 or 3. I don't know how many gold coins a bar of molten gold would make. But just an idea. Let's see, there's salt, silver, there's hides, which apparently comes from, that one at least, comes from a mammoth. The horse hide can be smelted for leather. Horsetail hair can be got for string. And it looks like there's also some new weapons too. There's a spear, which does 4 damage. So that'd be 2 hearts. And the halberd, I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, which does 6. So it'd be 3 hearts. A dagger, which does 4, so 2 hearts. And it looks like there's a good amount of weapons. Staff of Burning Hands. Okay, I need to see what this is. Ooh. It launches a fireball. I don't want to accidentally set my forest on fire. So let me, if I can, fly over to this secluded little island over here and burn down this forest instead. How is this even crafted? Let's see, where is it? Right here. So you just get the regular staff and the scroll. And the regular staff is 3 sticks. And the scroll of Burning Hands is fairly simple too. And like all fires, it is very simple. And it burns down stuff. Except this actually launches fireballs. 2 of them. I mean, naming weapons, I suppose you could call this one the Ghast's Bane. So, I also noticed there was a couple of mobs. So let's go inside my vault here. And we can see what mobs there are. Darn it. I never did like doors with buttons. There we go. So, now that we're here, let's see what some of these things look like. Like the Wan Tea Abomination. Doing my best to pronounce these things. So it's like a serpent. Although it sounds like an angry little chihuahua. It has a lot of health. No, I want that. Let me get out a better weapon. Long swords. Let's see, 4, 6, 5, 7. I'll do the 7. Yeah, this has a lot of health. Yeah, better give me a lot of experience for that. Let's see, Ash, Runestone. And apparently it also introduces horse meat. And I wonder where you can find mammoths. I would assume somewhere where it's cold. How do you get the beef jerky? Salt and raw beef. It's simple. But it's food. And you don't really need to cook anything. So there's also a bunch of these planar scrolls. But first, let's take a look at some more of these mobs. Let's see if I can find a mammoth. Main pony. Villager guard. Dwarf. Here we go, mammoth. Might help if I actually have JEI's cheat function on. There we go. It's too big to fit in here. And I would assume that it has a lot of health, which it does. And it gave me 2 mammoth hide and 1 raw mammoth shank. So now let's go outside and look at the mammoth and something that it'll actually fit in. Okay, that actually looks kind of weird. I would expect a mammoth to kind of be a lot wider. I know, just trying to conform to Minecraft, but it just looks too thin. Also, I don't think the hitbox is right, because I don't think the whole back end should be inside the sand. Yeah, the hitbox isn't right. I can't even see it. Yeah. I think the hitbox needs to be fixed. Let's see. Now, let's take a look at some of these scrolls. Let's see. There's Clean air scroll. I'll just call them by their names down there below them. So 9 scroll, Fey scroll, and over scroll. Any more? No? Okay, let's see. Fey takes me to another dimension. Or maybe not. Maybe yes? Considering I don't think this is my island. Yeah. No, I don't want that. I want to go back to creative. So, phase scroll takes me to another dimension. I'm assuming it's called the Fey. Let's see. Biome, Fey Forest. So, yes. I wonder if there's any more biomes than just the Fey Forest. And I saw something when I spawned, but I'm not quite sure what it was. And seeing as I spawned in stone, I think you want to try to get the spawning right. I think I saw something here. Because if you spawn in stone every time, that won't be good. Little fairy things, it looks like. Ugh, I can't even fly and turn fast enough. I'm guessing that would be the sprite. I know I saw a sprite here somewhere. Here we go. Let me see if I'm right. Yep. It's a little Alex. At least in head. With a unique little outfit. So, now, let's try the 9 scroll. Hey! At least I didn't spawn inside of underground. And it looks like a really dark version of the Nether. However, there is also low gravity. So, may not want to jump so much. I'm just curious. Let me get a torch. Really doesn't light up that much. Let me try a regular torch. Because I know that at least lights up. Yeah. It doesn't light up much. There must already be a high light level. No. Just immediately off the bat, I know I probably won't find anything. But some sort of structure in here that you could find, maybe similar to the Nether Fortress, would be good, because I'm not even seeing any ores. All I'm seeing is whatever this is. Oh, the ash block. Is there any uses for it? Let me go into a different tab. No. I don't think there is any uses for it. Nope. You can only get the ash from here. And I don't see any use for this other than having a spot to live where you're not going to get bombarded by mobs. So let's try the overscroll now. Which takes you to the overworld. Oh no, I have to wait for it to load. I'll just kill myself. And now I'm back home. So, it is a nice mod. And it does add new ways of getting things. Like there's a cow hide and mushroom hide. Let's see if they're useful for anything. Right here. Cow hide can be smelted for leather. Mushroom hide can be smelted for leather. And tanned leather. You can smelt leather to get tanned leather. But how do you use the tanned leather for anything? It's definitely a work in progress, I would say, mod. Because the tanned leather, I would say, replace the leather armor with it, or make a slightly better version of the leather armor using the tanned leather. Like something between leather and iron to add to the logical progression of Minecraft. But I can see this being used in mod packs. Maybe not all the features, but yeah, I can definitely see it being used. Now, something I would say, if it's not already a thing, if you click on lava with the wooden bucket, maybe make the bucket burn. Just like remove the bucket and set the player on fire. That way, I don't know. It just seems like something that could be a good idea. Maybe make it a config option that's disabled by default. Actually, does it have a config file? Let me see. Yes, it does have a config. I was right. It is called the Fae, that dimension. And the Abyss is ID 2. I'm assuming that's what the really dark dimension is that torches really don't work in. That I could find no use for. However, that Abyss ID will come in conflict with mods like DungeonCraft and Advanced Rocketry. Now I'm curious. I mean, I have it installed. By now I should have a rocket already done and built. I need to get myself acquainted with the new Advanced Rocketry creative menu layout. Let's see. I need a launch pad. And a builder. Builder block. I didn't know that existed. Wait. No, not that builder. Let's see. Let's search for a rocket. Rocket monitoring station. Rocket fuel. Rocket assembling machine. And I don't want the advanced. I have yet to figure out how to use them. So, I want liquid fueled. I also need another thing from Advanced Rocketry. Let's see if I can find it. I definitely need a seat and the fuel tanks. Here we go. The structure tower. Now this is going to be the last thing I do, is test out the dimension. Because I'm going up on my limit I usually set for recording. Actually, I can probably fit one more in the middle here. There's the seat. I also need a guidance computer. Let's see. Need the planet ID chip. Because I know the dimension ID for Advanced Rocketry's moon dimension is also 2. Let's see. Guidance computer. Pop the planet ID chip in there. I need the rocket assembling machine. And I'm just gonna cheat and use the creative plug. Invalid launch pad structure. Does it have to be on top? Yep. Build complete. I just need rocket fuel. Let's see. Does it have enough fuel? Yes, it does. Destination unreachable. What is the thing? No, I don't want mod options. I need the controls for advanced rocketry. Open rocket GUI. I'll set it to O. Select destination. Planet list.